Richard Rellis here with columnist Bob Robb. Title 42. Both Democrats and Republicans are talking about its repeal as an immigration issue. But Bob, you say that this was supposed to be a health issue.
Yes, but politically, Republicans have Democrats on the run with respect to immigration. And I think that's entirely fair. What's occurring at our southern border and with respect to interior enforcement represents a country that's not in control of who gets into the country, for what reasons, and for how long. So I think it's an entirely fair issue. The expiration of Title 41, which was issued under public health laws that said because of COVID, we could turn away everybody at the border, did not have to admit anyone. The CDC has announced that they're going to let that expire. The Biden administration is in favor of it, and that has Republicans up in arms and has accelerated sort of the political heat on the whole immigration issue. But this Title 42 was not intended as an immigration control measure. It's a public health measure, and there's simply no public health rationale for it anymore. And in my judgment, it's not fairly part of the immigration debate, and Republicans are more than a little hypocritical in making it so.
Right. So the policy, when it was in place, said because of COVID, we can't do the normal processing of asylum claims or other immigration matters. We have to stop you at the border because you could be a health risk and send you back across. So that repeal is going to have an effect on immigration. But right, you're saying that because there's no health emergency, there's no need for that law anymore, or no need for that rule anymore.
Yeah, there's no justification for it, and Republicans aren't arguing for it as a public health measure. They're arguing for it as an immigration control measure, and that's not what our immigration laws provide. There are specific immigration laws dealing with how we're to process asylum seekers, and there's treaties, which are also part of federal law about how we are supposed to do that. And it doesn't include just closing the door to them when they knock on the door and ask for us for asylum. So this is actually a call not to follow the immigration laws, but to override them, and on the basis of public health concerns that Republicans have tended to minimize in virtually every other context. It is a serious problem. We should be having a serious debate about what we do with the anticipated surge from the expiration of this policy and on an ongoing basis, which in my judgment means getting E-Verify as a mandate for all employers and very greatly expediting the processing of asylum claims. So you're not admitted into the country for years before your case comes up, but for weeks, months at the most. Kyrsten Sinema has teamed up with Texas Senator John Cornyn to propose a surging of asylum processing resources at the border. That's the sort of thing that we should be discussing, not beating the Biden administration and Democrats over the head over the expiration of a public health policy that actually overrides immigration policy and laws rather than enforces them.
Right. Immigration is a contentious issue. You're saying they should fight about the correct matters. Excellent.